fatness midline. Yeah, there we go.
Hey guys,
Oh,
welcome to Bro Science by Kieran Ortner. The Bro Science method, or the German method, I should say, for the lightweight for distance Highland Games. Look at the graph we've got going here now. So what do we got? We got
oh,
spins and power slash speed. Rightio. Walk me through it, sir.
all right. So my little theory on so initially you were talking about your spins and trying to slow down the spins and get a more smoother release. So it's almost like, say if this is the release portion,
That's the release. Yep.
this is
Yep.
and that's spin one and spin two.
Yep. Fantastic.
So it's,
I like it.
so it's almost like coming into it, you're coming up fucking real aggressive into, trying to come up and go busk, busk, busk into release for max power. So
Yep.
let's change color here. So you trying to slow it down meant you could go boom and then come up more linear and then utilize that spin turn to get the last little explosive bit at the end.
Yeah,
If that
that's
makes sense.
that's exactly what I talk about with Terry, our top fella, is that last spin he just generates a lot more force where mine tapers off if not slows down.
Yeah, because it's like having to go like, going too high here. If you try and go too high, you're going to hit your cap and then have to slow down, and then it goes like that kind of
Yeah,
thing. It gets all
100%.
jank in turn two.
Yep. No, that's
So
spot
that's
on
where, like,
actually, because if you start too fast, I can't build on it. I've already hit max speed. I want to make sure that I finish at the highest point or the fastest, I guess.
yeah, and you dialing it back to that lower level and going, then you can like increase, and then get, higher fucking explosion at the end. Like
Yeah.
get that optimal like curve line through there.
Yeah, 100%. So the way the curve should look is you do your first spin and it actually slows down because you're off the ground, remember? So you can't accelerate it when you're off the
Yeah,
ground. So you're going to go faster, slow down. But the point is I'm trying to eliminate the slow down phase, which is your transition from one turn to two. So
yeah, yeah.
this is a shallow jump, a faster hip separation from torso to catch it to then push into the next one. So it should look like a little bit of a down, up, down, and an up sort of thing. Because you're going to slow it
Yeah,
down.
like
So,
if your throwing direction was like here, the arc of it's gonna kind of do like an elliptical kind of almost like that if you're looking 3D.
yeah, yeah,
Maybe a little bit, maybe a
100%,
little bit. And
100%.
then like and then looking from top down because it kind of starts from here. There's turn one and then turn two and then fucking your release points like there. So it's like the critical. This is like, keeping it fucking chill and sweet, smooth, getting the rotation. And that's when it comes around to like here, you're starting to build more power. And then like the aggressive, like utilize the G force and the swing, Buska. That's the bit where instead of relying on shoulder here, rely on fucking, actual fucking rotational energy coming through.
Yeah, and that's obviously what do you call it? The German method.
The German method, yeah, yeah,
Ja, das ist
yeah.
richtig. Rightio.
That's yeah.
So, dickhead. Das ist gut. Ja, ja,
Das
ja.
ist gut, ja, ja.
Ja, Gummibar.
Yeah,
Um,
see, that's a good Frankfurt, yeah,
that's good Frankfurt.
It's a good sausage right here, yeah.
Okay, so the
Let's
actual
the Danish.
so besides the German method, the actual orbit is a little bit different to that weird looking E or at sign you've got going there. See the one above it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, this one,
yeah.
yeah.
So do the same thing, but pretend that the next orbit is another meter in front. So that's the actual orbit. Okay.
Yeah, okay, so you
So
got orbit one,
yeah,
and then I'll go
and
color
then
two. Let's,
okay, whatever, and then no, from the back, almost,
oh, yeah,
from the back. Yeah, from about there.
yeah,
Now this is
Yeah.
me jumping forward now, right? So the orbit is going to stay the same, exactly the same, because that's the optimal orbit, right? But I've moved
Yeah.
a meter in front because I've jumped. So do the exact same, but then go a little bit more forward to the release, and then it comes out, and then boom. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, come back.
Yeah. Like.
Yeah, come back. Yeah, and just nah, see too far. That looks like I've jumped forward and
Oh
come
yeah.
back. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I get what you mean.
Yeah.
So it comes
The
here.
the orbit now has moved forward.
And then
Yes.
comes.
Yeah,
And
there we
then
go.
Uska.
Uska.
And then connects up into there and
The
fucking.
German method.
Hang on. Need another O there.
Uh,
Us.
is that what you're saying? I thought you were actually going to do the implement.
Us.
I thought you were going to do the implement, but anyway. Rightio.
But yes.
Yeah.
Us.
No, well,
Flying
fantastic.
out. So yeah. So that's what I'm envisioning with this whole like arc thing. How you're. Because when I was watching you throw, like I could see what you were mean when you were talking about slowing down the thing. So it was like bringing the, you were doing line red, this one, and then bringing it back to like a orangey yellow one. Then you could go whoop
Yeah,
till your max power
and
fucking us in that
that,
last little bit.
that's right. And generating that high level of force on the last actually a lot allows me to ensure that I'm finishing stable with the max amount of power going into the implement while at the release point.
Yeah,
So by it tapering off means I'm not really building on it. I might as well
yeah,
just do one turn because I'm already pretty much at that max. Oh, sorry,
yeah. Because it's
max
almost like
speed.
this is the like set form stage, and then this is like the build, the
Yeah,
power stage.
100%.
Because like this initial first one gets you like the rotation going,
That's it. That's
and then
all that
this
first
one
turn
fucking
is.
yeah, to get it moving, get the engine turning over,
It
and
almost
then
sounds like you
fucking
know what you're talking about here too.
fucking hell,
Yeah. No, you're spot on.
little
I
bit of
think.
fucking.
I think you're spilling a little too much, too many secrets to these guys.
Oh shit! Fucking redacted. So
Redacted.
what you do here, Joey, is you fucking follow the red line. Follow the red line.
No. The red line's still pretty good because it's me throwing it, but not for others.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah. True.
actual the actual line that you're going to look at, pretend that it's going to be little U's. So you go boom to the first point, come back down like a U, and then at the release point, boom again. So you might get it this
Yeah.
time. So go do the exact
Hang
same
on a
like
minute.
as the yellow,
Oh
but
yeah.
when you get to the but then
Hang on.
oh
I'll
yeah
change
yeah
change color. Hang on.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So we got.
so up high, keep going. Yep, and then no, don't go backwards. We don't go backwards.
Oh yeah.
Yep, stop. Come back down like a U, because we're slowing down. Then we're boom, yes, and then another one.
And then.
No, stop, and then
Oh
go back down because
yeah.
we're doing it. Yeah. You see, because
Yeah, I get what
it's
you mean.
speed
Hang on.
up, slow down, speed up, slow down.
And
Yep,
then.
yeah, that's the actual way it goes on the graph. Because we're going to slow it
Yeah.
down when
True.
we go through there. We want to actually that point right where your mouse is, right? See how it's going
Yeah.
slower, but then it's just idling. You're not fast or whatever. That's the transition phase.
Yeah.
So you want to make that
That makes
even
sense.
shorter there. So then you can utilize, pretend 2 is 10 whole units, but I've used 4
Mm.
units or 5 units almost, actually, looking at this graph that's so perfectly, accurate, of it slowing down and not actually speeding up. So that means I'm only utilizing 5 units, which is 50% of the actual orbit or the spin to speed it up. You see what I mean? But if I
Yeah.
could get that transition from 5 units to 4 to 3, 2, then 1, that means I'm spending more time accelerating it, and it should end up at a higher point on the graph because x squared equals
Yeah.
2x at the differentiated, or something
Because
like
it's
that.
like looking at this rotational spiral. It's almost like this port. Like if this is the direction of your throw,
Yeah,
like this portion here is that high bit here.
yeah,
Like each little high bit. So you got that bit there, then it comes around, slows down, and then kind of in this like portion here is where the acceleration kind of happens again. You're kind of putting a bit of back force slightly to like because it's wanting to pull outwards.
That's right.
But then you're also like pulling backwards, so then it wants to go. It'll want to shoot out that way, but you're turning it into directional force out there.
Well, that's right. That would be the technical term. Would I think it starts with T? Do you know what I mean? It's called a tangent.
Uh,
I didn't give you a chance to get it, but
yeah,
that's
yeah.
all right. I didn't give you a chance.
I'll
But it comes in
left high school halfway through year 10, so my maths is a little
Hmm,
rusty. I understand the theory in
that's
me
that's
in me
fine.
in me bones, in me waters, but
The German method works, you see.
yes,
So
yes, it's the stoner math.
well, it's pretty good stoner math. Not a lot of people can actually understand this. And funny enough, this whole graph is throwing in general. Like you look
Mm,
at except for javelin. Javelin's a bit crazy. Um,
yeah,
because
it,
I didn't want to talk about it. Who cares about javelin? Because that's ridiculous. But like, if you think back days with my
yeah,
hammer
it's a bit
throwing
more like
days,
us. Like
yeah,
it's I don't know. It
it's
seems
a
a bit
very
more just like
sharp up
throw.
boom
Yeah,
because
like
that's the
us.
release. Yeah. Um,
Yeah, 'cause you're relying on all shoulder at this point, and it's going fucking us
yeah,
or arm and shoulder. You know,
yeah.
fucking
I know
us
what
go.
you mean.
Yeah.
But you have a look at this graph with the green, right? That's
Mm,
that's that's wire turning. I speed up, but the moment my right leg comes off the
yeah,
ground,
yeah.
I'm going to try to catch the weight. That's slowing down. So the quicker I actually catch it and
Mm,
move it into the next thing, hopefully then the next turn goes in higher. So you just add one more U, and that's my 4 turns. So it makes sense.
yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
The German method works.
Yes, because this is how I was kind of envisioning it in my head, like, visually and like breaking it down with the body, like the biomechanics of it, as like with
Yeah,
that. And then
that's
there's the
right.
what?
That's right. That's it. That's pretty much it.
And like going too hectic, like in the first turn, it's like you come too fast and you've already like capped out, so then you got to slow down, then it janks you, and then you're like, ugh, and it
Yeah.
comes out like that.
Here's a
You
part
bring
of the.
too much into one
That's
instead of
right.
two.
That's right. And here's something that the German method also shows that if you don't that doing things better and more efficient, but through the full range of motion, is still going to give you
Mm,
more benefits than trying to shortcut that motion. So,
yeah,
which is exactly what you just did in that thing. You do one full motion on one turn, but then if you go, oh, I want to change my technique for the second turn and make it a shorter movement. Yes, it feels fast, but physics is going to tell me that that circle that you did was smaller than the first turn. Therefore,
yeah,
force equals mass times the acceleration. Then the
yeah.
actual
Because if you
net
come up
force, it's going to be less.
Because if you come up there, you got not enough room in your power, like, your power band to fucking, you hitting you like that, then you got no more, like, explosive range to fucking hit, so then you got to come down and then
That's
try and
right.
come back up again,
That's
and it
right.
fucking janks you.
That's right. Rightio, mate.
Yes.
Well, appreciate you taking me through the German method. Do you want to let everyone know a little secret as a sign off? You got anything for us?
Um, fucking eat your eggs.
Eat your eggs.
Eggs are the, eat your eggs. They're
Rightio.
good for growth. And, don't do me and try and train for failure on the first rep. Warm up. Warm up, folks.
Always got to trade to failure, mate.
Yeah, but not on the first rep.
No. Make sure you warm up. So that's a key value point. Warm up and train to failure. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
And the German
and
method. Jeez, we've given away way too many secrets.
I know. And then after that, you can go full fucking beast mode.
I like the way you're typing right now, mate, or writing. I'm very impressed. There we are. Rightio, guys. That is the beast mode, warm up, and the German method. Hopefully you got
Yes.
something from that. And yeah,
So that's signing off from Kizza.
kiss dogs.
Fuck, fuck, that was bad. There we go.
Yeah,
Little kissy love heart.
there we go. Rightio. See yous.